Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Can I interject real quick? Hold up.
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know if you've been following, but I've been having this debate on Facebook with some of my black friends in California who are part of the Black and Brown Coalition and the We Is All Minorities Coalition.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Right. So I see a lot of that propaganda that's being spread throughout Africa when it comes to China. So people are justifying what China is doing because that's going to put the white man in place and get rid of white supremacy. The same way that a lot of my black friends who, let's just keep it real, have been beaten into submission to the point where instead of jockeying for positions under white supremacy, they want to jockey for position under LGBTQ supremacy, feminism supremacy, brown supremacy, yellow supremacy. But at the end of the day, you're going to be under LGBTQ supremacy. You're going to be under feminism supremacy, and you're going to be under Hispanic, Latino, or Asian supremacy in California. And that's what you're jockeying to be under position for. Now, they might be nicer than, I guess, it might be, the system might be a little bit more nicer than white supremacy, but you're still under a system of non-black supremacy. So to all my people who are just excited about China and how they're getting rid of white supremacy, okay, I'll give that to you. But you're still going to be under a system of Chinese supremacy. That's not a win for Africa.
Can I make it street?
Go ahead, make it street.
You a hoe looking for another pimp. That's your basic ideology. Your ideology is, I don't have the capacity, the mental capacity, or the willpower to control my own destiny. So what I'm trying to do is find a nigga who's gonna hook me up and treat me the best. And then, and now when you take a hoe position, don't get shocked when you get treated like a hoe.
Right.
Now, if you're willing to be treated like a hoe, then take the hoe position. But don't take the whole position and then expect respect on top of it. That makes you a fool. And you're going to find out how much of a fool you are. It's like that analogy that I always use about white people and their dogs. White people love their dogs. You know, they groom their dogs. They have all types of things, especially, I know they do it in California, but even here in Brooklyn, they have all of these high-end places for their dogs to get treatments and stuff like that. They give them the best foods, and some of the dogs eat better than humans eat. But when that family sits down at the table and they all getting ready to eat, and that dog jumps up on one of the chairs and tries to eat from a bowl on the table, everybody in the family gonna throw shit at that dog to get it off the goddamn table. Because the dog is, despite the so-called love that the family has for the dog has to know its place. And your place is not at the table with us. Your place is down there on the floor with your bowl. And for the life of me, I can't understand why black folks don't get that. Like, why are you trying to skirt around socioeconomic and political control over your own reality? Why are you trying to come up with every excuse to justify not having that? And then you try to rationalize it, you try to intellectualize it, you try to debate with that. when the answer is simple? Have your own shit. But why are we still having a conversation? I'm telling you, this has been a source of my frustration for years, man. A source of my frustration for years. Why are we still having a conversation on land, infrastructure, and nationhood? Why are we still talking about this? The fact that we still having an intellectual debate and a conversation about it shows it's a lot of scared niggas out here. They just terrified. They scared. That's why I love. Can I just put it aside here? Because I want to do this on a positive note. I don't want to just bitch and moan.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that's making me really happy right now?
Go ahead.
In the BAIO, there are groups. We developed chapters, state chapters. And in each chapter, you have people in that state talking to each other. Right now in the BAIO, you have people in Atlanta talking to each other, trying to hook up Google Hangouts so that they can meet each other and find out places where they can meet physically to talk to each other. You got people in California doing it. You got people in Texas doing it. So right now, the BAIO is what I originally intended for it to be, completely, or out of the control of the administrators, where the people are starting to jump in and take control over the forum. So I don't have no control over what's happening in Georgia. I don't have no control over what's happening in Texas and California. The people are determining what they're going to do amongst themselves. And they're getting together and they're talking about land. They talk about infrastructure. They're talking about nationhood. So everything is coming together and organizing in an organic way. And that's why I'm ultimately, despite all of the frustration that I feel, I'm so happy right now. Because it's not about me. And it's like, and it just validates everything that I've been saying, everything that Carla's been saying, ministers been saying within the BAIO. It's not about us. It was never about us. Because we can choose to do whatever the hell we want to do personally, and it doesn't really affect the BAIO, because the BAIO is a concept. It's a principle. And right now, there's a groundswell of people starting to embrace those principles, and it's only going to get larger, and it's only going to grow more out of control. And the reason why nobody knows what to do with it or knows what to do with us is that there's no head to take off. There's no head to take off. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm happy right now, man.
It was war they wanted and war they got, but they wrote it in a